not voting for Kamala Harris? She seems pretty good.
She's kind of dumb, obviously. She can't speak off a teleprompter. She can't. She doesn't know what she.
And the most per head.
You are pro-life.
Back to a state right. Yep, I'm very pro-life. I would rather have no abortion.
You are a woman that is pro-life?
Yes, sir.
I have been told by CNN that you don't exist.
We do exist, and we homeschool our children, and we value babies.
You are pro-life, you homeschool your children too?
Yes.
And you own babies?
Yes, sir.
This is supposed to exist.
I gotta give it to him. He knows how to appeal to those people with a third-grade reading level.
What do you mean those people?
He fucking... They wear triple XL clothing.
Second, I'm reading at a third-grade level. Tebow, what's the last book you read? Name one book.
Nehru wants the demon seed destroyed, does he? Strange. Very well. If he wishes the seed gone, then I will tell you how to remove it.
She's Polish. Kind of shares some traditions, but one of them was
I'm kind of on the fence.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me why.
But, yeah, it's not because I don't like Trump at all. I actually love Trump. But I don't think he's enough.
Ooh, spicy.
Tell me when you...
There's some things about him that I'm not really a fan of.
What specifically?
I think his support for foreign countries is a lot. And it just doesn't make any sense.
Okay, and so his support for foreign countries, is it foreign countries plural or just one country specifically?
Like one country specifically, yeah.
Is it Israel?
It's a weird obsession with Malaysia. He's always talking about Malaysia, right?
I know. Yep.
Oh, why he loves them so much. For what seemed like an eternity of waiting for Donald Trump to finally take the stage, we got a sign indicating that things were about to commence. Okay, things are happening. Hold up, no, listen. Donald Trump is not live, but someone posted a try-hard in the chat. So then at long last, Trump finally took the stage, and he had a special message for the audience. Thank you very much.
Bot Rix has correctly joined the channel.
Thank you very much. This is a rather nice crowd. You can't see the end of it. It's true. It's the biggest crowd ever. You can see anything. Look at this crowd. This is like record stuff. As far as the eye can see, that means we're going to do very well. This is like a poll. Look at all these guys out here. A very also special hello to everybody in the beautiful city of Stormwind and the Stay Safe Money. And so there you have it. This was the biggest and most epic event in World of Warcraft history. We had the most people, the biggest audience, the best numbers. It was the most bigly, second to none, hands down.
Not enough. I can't do that yet.
Hardly get a bat.
I can't do that. Target.
Oh my god.
I can't do that yet. Need more rage. I can't do that yet. I can't do that yet. Not enough rage. Need more rage. I can't do that yet. I can't do that yet. I'm out of range. I can't do that yet. I can't do that. The times we live in are as fickle as the shifting winds, adventurer. It is important to remember what is true and lasting in this world, and to preserve that. Everything else is a waste.
Be careful. Glory to the Lord.
What can I...
Have a look at my meats, friend. You won't want to go out into the barrens without a good stock of provisions.
As the wind on the plains, you are always welcome here. We shall meet again. Blood and thunder.
Welcome to the Crossroads, adventurer. My name is Thork. I lead the defenses here in the name of the War Chief. Please, feel free to make yourself at home. As long as you mind your business, no one should have any problem with you taking up some space. There are many threats to our safety here. If you've already become familiar with the lay of the land, speak to the others here. Perhaps they have tasks for you to do.
My Wind Riders are trained to fly quickly through the hot Baron's air.
You have to get this meat to Orgrimmar? That is no problem. For a small fee, my Wind Rider can take you there.
For just a few coins, I will have a Wind Rider bring you to Orgrimmar. When you get there, you can take Zarg's meats to Grishka. Her inn is in the Valley of Strength, not far from the Sky Tower, where my Wind Rider will drop you off. Speak with me again when you are ready for the journey.
Yep, one minute boost.
Oh.
I need to get closer. How may I aid you? Be careful. How may...
Though the crossroads seems to be the center of activity in the Barrens, I prefer the quietude of Camp Tarajo. Where shall I send you?
Hey.
Yo.
I can't.
Oh, what's happening?
What is the add-on which makes NPCs talk?
Oh, that's hold on. I'll tell you in 1 second. Hold on. Let me get somewhere safe.
It's too far. Not enough rage.
fuck?
Yeah, NPS.
Dude. Fuck, I was hoping for thing. It's called what's it called? Voiceover. Do you play Era?
Cool, thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I play in Firemaw.
Are you EU?
I have a mage 29 level.
I like I play like everything. But I think I'm gonna start maining warrior, mage, maybe paladin and shaman. I think I'm gonna focus on those four now. For a while.
Trying to learn with practicing AoE farming. Yes, it is in EU.
Yeah, AoE farming's good. Is a level 14 I get cleave? This add-on's great. No, when do I get cleave?
Still need some practicing.
You have a lot of buttons as a warrior. Level 20. It's easy once you get it down.
I can't do that yet.
Level 20 is costly, too much things to learn.
You just gotta know how to make gold. And then it becomes easier. Like I have 10 gold already. You just want to basically get for all your tunes, you want to get mining and herbalism. What happened? While you're leveling.
Yeah, it would be enough though.
The thing is you're a mage, so you're AoE leveling, so you wouldn't make that much from... Well, I would still get herbalism and mining, for sure. Or, actually...
I guess AoE farming is faster than solo questing.
For mage, 100%. For mage specifically. Mage, and then paladin at level 40 when they get certain talents. AoE farming is good for them too, but they need it's a little bit harder for them.
I am tailor and enchanter.
I wouldn't have that while leveling. If you're trying to be self-sufficient and make everything yourself, that's fine, but that's not going to generate you the most gold while leveling. It's going to be herbalism mining, or in this case, since you are AoE leveling, which is the best way to level, I would maybe make an argument for herbalism skinning. But skinning usually doesn't sell as much as mining, but pretty sure Devil Sword leather still goes for a lot.
I heard enchanting is also making some money.
Yeah, in game, you're not going to make anything while leveling, like nothing. And enchanting is super easy to level. I wouldn't worry about. Those are like in-game professions, and tailoring sucks. You're gonna replace all of whatever you make for tailoring.
Devil's Hour set is around 400-500G.
Yeah, but you want the leather. So
I would be honored to train you in the use of the weapons that I have mastered, should you have the ability to learn within you. I would be honored to train you in the use of the weapons that I have mastered, should you have the ability to learn within you.
Here, I'll show you what it goes for on over here.
Why though? Tailoring can make some money with bags.
It's way less I mean, yeah. It's way less consistent. You'll generate a lot more gold from herbing. For sure. But I mean, yeah, you can do it that way if you want. No way Tiger's Eye is going for that much.
You are right actually. Gathering always profits.
You gotta remember, nobody wants to gather, so the low-level herbs and the mining nodes and herbs like sell more now. Now that most people are at 60 and they're doing like max, like that's all they do. Whenever someone's making mats for like lower level stuff, especially like PvP items and stuff, potions and whatnot, they don't want to farm the materials for it, so they'll pay top dollar to get them. The ones that still do bad though is like Peace Bloom and stuff like that. But I've made all my gold from just herbing and mining. I mean, look at Breathorn. That's the cheapest I've seen it. Usually it goes for like 50 silver a piece. Look how much Silverleaf is going for. This is overpriced, but people are going to buy it. So, like, I'm going to make 3 gold off this stack. I mean, someone might not buy it. So, I'm waiting for this group to kick me. If you're questing and you're not AoE leveling, for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, mining and herbalism. Hands down, bar none, the best two. You ain't gonna find anything better. If you're AoE specifically leveling though, definitely herbalism still for sure. But probably skidding. The more I think about it. Just because you're not gonna be really going into caves or on the edge of a cliffs anywhere to mine. So, now if you're questing, it'd be different. You're exploring more of the world. So that would make more sense. See, I'm
I
a
have
net.
some profession level acquired already. They
You got
are
some of
above
them.
120 to 130 or something, so should I reset them and go to skinning and herb?
Yeah, I would, because those are easy to level at endgame. You're not going to want those anyways. The endgame professions you're going to want is going to be engineering and alchemy. But that's what you're rich. And that's whether you PvE or PvP. Those are the two best professions in the game. That's what you're going to want. That's the goal. I think I'm getting sick.
You are right, I will take this into consideration. New to WoW though, still learning.
Yeah, when it comes to classic era, specifically, I can't speak about other, I have the most knowledge when it comes to this game. I don't really play retail anymore. I don't like it. And I don't really like any of the expansions besides TBC and Wrath. All the other ones are like, whatever. Kata Mop are okay, like meh. Like meh. But other than that, I don't like, who am I talking to? Oh, this guy.
Greeting. Well met, adventurer. You may speak to me unless you have direct business with my
Oh my
mistress.
god.
Megatha. I deal with most of her tasks for her so she can concentrate on more important matters. Perhaps there are some things we could discuss before you seek audience with her.
They're gonna be bad. I'm gonna get a rage whisper here in a second. I'm not ready to do this dungeon. I gotta go all the way to fucking Undercity.
Retail is too complicated with screen effects. I am suffering about this while watching someone on Twitch. Cannot realize what's going on though.
Yeah, it's terrible. Retail is terrible for new players. Terrible. If you want the best WoW experience, the best MMO experience,
When
it's
mounted
definitely
on the back
vanilla
of a
WoW.
Wind Rider,
Classic
one
era
sees
for
that
sure.
its reputation for strength and speed is well earned.
This is a good MMO. Retail WoW is not an MMO. Retail WoW is like... How would I describe it? It's like...
When mounted on the back of a Wind Rider, one sees that its reputation for strength and speed is well earned.
a massive ARPG game. Well, I guess that's what an MMO is. MMO is a massive multiplayer online game, but Retail WoW is more of like an action role-playing game. It's not even like you don't really level. You can boost. I mean, you level, but it's like it's a joke. There's no challenge to it. In-game is a challenge, whereas leveling up is like monotonous. Like it just like nothing you do in retail matters except for the very
classic
in-game
era
content.
best. I tried Season of Discovery, but it also sucks for me. I am just learning WoW, but also trying to discover something more does not work for me.
Yes, I would not. Season Discovery was cool and fun at first.
Discovery would be cool if I knew this game good already.
Yeah, exactly. Discovery's okay. It's not bad. I mean, I started falling out of it because it started turning into retail, and I don't want to play retail. So, this is a good. If I always recommend to anyone who's new to WoW, if you're trying to learn WoW, and a good MMO, play vanilla.
Correct.
Play vanilla. You're gonna get the best experience out of it. You're gonna get that true, genuine MMO experience out of it. I gotta go blow my nose. I'll be right back. sick, I know it. I'm getting sick and I know it. Crescent staff is still the best. Do I want to buy a mage port?
I can't do that yet. Not enough rage. Need more rage. Not enough rage. Need more rage. Not enough rage. I can't do that yet.
Oh, that changes my stances all the way. What the f... That changes my bar. I don't know how I feel about that. Where am I putting taunt at? Control F maybe? Or Alt F, I mean. That's gonna be Pummel. That's gonna be Shield Bash. I might need to move that.
I can't do that yet. I can't do that yet. I can't do that yet.
Retail could go here. Shield Wall could go here. Trying to think.
I need to target something first.
Requires battle stance.
BTW, I have never played warrior, so far just mage and hunter.
Warrior is... I've never fully played it, but I know a lot of... It's the best DPS in the game. However, it's the worst class to level. But I'm having a blast playing it. I think it's the most fun so far. Mage is all around the best class in the entire game for all content. It is an S tier leveling spec. It is a S tier PvP class. Mainly
Yes,
Frost.
hard to level alone but also easy to find dungeon groups as tank though.
True, but people always want mages in groups. Mages are the best DPS in dungeons. Specifically. Mages also provide water and a lot of crowd control.
Because of AoE, I guess.
Yeah. Nova, Sheep, Blizzard, those things are unmatched. They're very fun to play. They're very people say mage is easy to pick up and feel good at it, but it's hard to like master. I don't know. I personally don't feel like mage is hard. I feel like what would be a harder caster? Well, I haven't fully given Elemental Shaman a try. If I were you, if you want to get a good experience with the game, play either a hunter, a mage, and then after that maybe a warlock and or a druid. Those are all really good leveling classes. Paladin too. Paladin is... Well, if you want the easiest time in the world, but it's very boring, but it's safe and easy, it's going to be Shadow Priest and Ret Paladin. They're very, very hard to kill, but they are fucking boring. So look at it this way. The best solo questing leveler is definitely Hunter. And then follow right behind that, I would say... Questing leveling specifically. I would say... It's either a tie between Warlock and Druid. I would make an argument that Warlock slightly ahead. But, I don't know, I haven't really leveled a Druid fully. And then after that, I would say... Mage, Rogue, and then Shadow Priest, Shaman, and then Paladin and Warrior are dead last. They're just, yeah. They're better in groups. Now, if you care more about the end game, Warrior is the best. Hands down, bar none. It's the best DPS in the game. It's the best tank in the game. It's the best class in the game as far as a PvE standpoint. PvP, they are one of the worst solo, but in a group, they are the best. Warriors are fucking-diculous if you get a healer. If you get a pocket healer, you're just a wrecking machine. Truly. So, but all around solo and for both solo and group play and all forms of the game, it's definitely mage. Mage is the second best DPS class in the game. Well, I guess you could argue Rogue Mage. It all depends on what you want to do, man. If you want a good experience, I would start off with like... You can't go wrong with Hunter. Hunter is just like... safe. And fast. Same with Red Paladin. Red Paladin is super efficient and safe. Priest. The harder classes are like Warrior is easy to play, but you gotta know the environment and how to handle it accordingly. Like, you can't take on as much as you can as a Hunter or a Warlock. Warlock's very fucking easy too. You get to play Drain Tank spec. I forgot how OP that spec is. So, man, I'm telling you so much right now. I feel bad because I know that sounds very confusing. Here's what I would do. I would figure out what class or what kind of style you like to play, and then I'll be able to coach you on what's the best, or to get the best experience, I should say. Not necessarily the best. I wouldn't look at it as the best because there's so many different factors in this game. This game is very, very rock, paper, scissors. So I would.
I suppose you are here to be trained in the use of a new weapon.
Ooh, when do I
Make
get
it
full
fast.
orbs?
I'm very
20?
busy.
20. So find out if you like to play melee. So like for me, I like to play classes that are not super duper reliant on mana. However, if I play a class that has a mana bar, I want to be able to handle that mana bar very easily. So I'm attracted naturally to Warlock. I'm naturally attracted to Paladin. Let's see what else. Those are probably the most mana efficient ones. Hunters go pretty easily. Mages go very easily. Priests do too. Shamans, I have a feeling I would love Shaman if their mana bar didn't go fucking... That's another class that their mana bar just fucking sucks.
Don't waste my time.
I should have had my Hearthstone set to Omar. Oh well. So I would just play the game, figure out what you like. So for me, I really don't like the AoE level. I find it boring, personally. However, it is the fastest way to level. It just is. I like to quest. I like to go out in the world. I like to world PvP. So I prefer the classes that are good at that are good at world PvP and questing. Technically. But sometimes I also just want to shut my brain off and zug, and that's what I'm going to do with my warrior. My warrior, I'm not going to really have to think too hard. I just zug and pump. At least that's the plus I want to be able to do group
My wind
content
riders are trained to fly quickly through the hot Barrens air.
easy. You can't go wrong with Mage though. Mage is like, it is the best caster. It's the best leveler. It's the best AoE farmer. It's the best gold maker. It is the best. It's one of the best DPS in PvP. It is the best DPS in raids and dungeons, specifically, like by far. It's not even close. Yeah, you cannot go wrong with Mage. Mage is just an all-around, it is all-around the best class in the game. Period. It just is. So if you're playing caster, I would play either Mage or Warlock. If you want to play a healer, I would play a priest or either a shaman or paladin, depending on what faction you're playing. If you want to play melee, I would play either a warrior or rogue. I would not play an enhanced shaman. They suck. I would not play an arcane mage. You don't play fire mage until you get past AQ40 and you get the gear for it. So you're not even going to play that spec. You're just going to play frost the whole time. What else? I would not suggest Shadow Priest or Ret Paladin yet, only because they are very boring. But they're easy. They're very easy to play. Super easy. And they're safe. And they're both really fucking good at 1v1. Really, really good. Like S tier. So, yeah. If you want to play melee, I would play warrior rogue. If you want to play caster, I would play either mage, warlock, hunter. Like one of those three. And then if you want to heal, you can't go wrong with priest. Priest is the best healer in the game. I would not play druid unless you are specifically. They have a very niche specific role, and that is, they are by far, bar none, the best flag carriers in Warstone Gulch. No one touches them, but that takes skill and time. I wouldn't level that class as a first character. It's kind of hard to play.
Greetings, traveler.
So yeah, I would just stick with your mage for now, and focus on that, and then maybe if you want to dabble into like warrior or priest afterwards, you could. You're about to watch me do a dungeon though.
If we are to make these new lands ours, then we must have places to rest our battle-weary bodies. Lay your axe by the fire and share the stories of your mighty battles.
Oh, wonderful. Those are fine cuts. These are from Zarg, are they? The orc sure knows his way into a lady's heart. Oh, I can't wait to cook it, but not too much. Meat is best served rare, don't you think?
I've written a letter of thanks to Zarg. Will you deliver it for me? If you've already been to the crossroads and spoken with their Windrider master, then you can fly a Windrider back there. Take my letter to Doris, the Windrider master of Orgrimmar, and speak with him about transport to the crossroads.
How many chat channels are there? I don't remember. Looking for 3 DPS, 1 tank ZF. Barbaric axe. What do I have? You can get a better axe. Present staff is going to be best for us, apparently. Five strength. $2 gold. Bracket water vest. Copper breastplate. No way, bro. No one made it? Better than armor. Battle chain tunic. Ceremonial leather harness. Wow. None of these, huh? Fine leather tunic. Oh, there's one of those.
Listen closely to what you are told, and do not quickly trust or distrust, for even friends serve their own ends, adventurer. Our great war chief knows this, and to prove that there are warlocks within the Horde who do not wish to destroy it from within or gain control over it, I have volunteered to aid our young leader in any way I can.
Ah, one of our own. It is good to see our numbers are growing so rapidly that I can no longer keep track of the faces of our members. That fool Thrall thinks I am working hard to cleanse the image of warlocks and prove we are his servants. Idiot. The Burning Legion will make ash of this entire world after it drains it completely. Naive fool! The Burning Blade is the Shadow Council. There are many cults and organizations under the Council's rule, but all of them are just extensions of their will. I may lead the Burning Blade, but I am still just as much a pawn to the Council as you are to me. Look at the Searing Blade. Most of them think they are becoming the next rising group of powerful warlocks, that they will replace the Shadow Council. The primary task set upon me by our great war chief is to root out the creatures responsible for infesting our Lord's great city with demonic influence. The Burning Blade is one threat, but there are others. The Searing Blade, for instance, who make their home in Ragefire Chasm, secretly attempting to subvert innocent members of the Horde. If they are to be stopped, then their leader must be slain. A Felguard named Taragamon, the Hungerer. Kill him and his heart will appease Thrall, of this I'm sure.
Shamans are your best friend as a warrior too. Shamans and paladins.
All members of the Horde are equal in my eyes, adventurer! We have all suffered many burdens, and if it were not for wisdom and honor, then we would be no better than the Scourge or my people, while our blood was tainted by the demon Manaroth. It is your duty to aid the Horde and to defend our way of life. But it is also your duty to know when quarter and compassion should be given to friend and foe alike. Understand this well. This is the new Horde, not some demon-spawned army who lack free will. Excellent, most excellent adventurer. What you have done this day is only the first step in a much broader foundation. A foundation that we will build the destruction of the Shadow Council on, once and for all. Tell me all he said, and leave not one word out. It may be more important than you realize.
Wait, didn't I buy that axe? Come on, man. There's no groups at all. What is this? Big damn. Oh my god, am I seriously not gonna find a group? Come on! Oh, I might not be able to find a group. Huh?
Strength and honor. For the Horde.
Yo, we got 30 minutes, or else I can't. Ugh. I don't think this is gonna happen. I don't have to be at work. English, dude. See, this is the power of Mage. You could boost people too. I don't know if you're still in my chat or not, but he's boosting us. Guy's crying. I'm a bear. Easy gold. Need one more shaman. Good way to level up your linen. What happened?
The body looks seriously beaten by clubs or fists, but most of the corpse's clothing and equipment still looks present. It seems the Trogs do not overly care much for material wealth. You begin to search the body for anything of interest that might help Magatha.
Oh, that was bad.
I can't do that yet. I can't do that yet. I can't do that yet.
Guy that was in my chat earlier, I don't know if you're still watching or see this, but this is the power of Mage. What?
I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full.
This is ridiculous. That's so crazy. That's fucking wild. I've never seen that. That's so cringe. So lame. Sure. I need that book. I meant this one. That's so fucking lame, though.
Thrall, strength! Ha! You've done it. Thrall will be so pleased. I will ensure this heart is taken care of properly. For now, though, you must celebrate your victory. I will inform Thrall of your success. Thank you for your aid, adventurer.
Go forth to victory. If you want to just go straight
Everything else is just whatever. Not looting any of that. Well. No way, man. That's so crazy. Dude, how is my luck this bad? Okay, I got it. Jeez. Insane. I've never had luck that bad. I can get core stone from here? That's crazy. What? Ah. We need to go turn in.
What do you need?
We're gonna level up. We'll be 14. Hit demo shout. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on Alt E. Sweeping strikes is gonna go on Alt A. Cleave is gonna go. Oh no, Whirlwind's gonna go there. Cleave, I think, is gonna go here. Which means I need to find somewhere to put Thunderclap. Maybe here? Yeah, we'll put it there.
I don't have a target.
I am glad you've returned, adventurer. Some of those loyal to me brought word immediately that the caverns below Orgrimmar were in disarray now that their leaders have been slain. I even heard reports that Niru was more than agitated.
It seems we've put a dent in his armor. I can't say I'm displeased, even with such a minor victory.
He getting sick, man.
What is it? Oh, you, adventurer. My apologies. My anger rivals that of a rabid Kodo bull. But perhaps it is my own fault. In sending travelers into Ragefire Chasm, I should have seen the possibility that some harm would come from it. It seems both Bazalan and Jirgash were taken unaware and slain by some of Thrall's do-gooders. A most inopportune time, but there is nothing that can be done about it now. Well, Ashenvale? I had not heard of any presence of the Council or the Burning Blade in Ashenvale. My spies will investigate, adventurer. You have done well. For now, rest, and keep yourself occupied with other tasks. I will call upon you again soon. Loktar Ogar.
Loktar Ogar.
Well met. Goodbye.
Man, I gotta take a shit. This guy gave me a cinnamon roll. 55. Well, that shit's disappearing.
The warrior's role is one of protection. Just as we protect our compatriots in battle, we must also protect the interests of the Forsaken.
Battle stats, berserker stats. Reduces melee attack power of all enemies.
I can't attack that.
Instantly counter an enemy for 12. Revenge must follow a block, dodge, or parry. I gotta take a shit. Alright, let's get our pants.
How will this benefit me?
Huge. Alright, I gotta take a shit. I can't hold it anymore. Why is that? Hold on, I'm getting ready for it. Give me a second. I use herb bags. I mean, you don't have to, but let's finish turning these quests in really quick before I have to leave. I need to fix my fucking hair. That shit crazy. Good looking whack. You should be using normal bag instead of herb pouch. I mean, it's up to you at the end of the day. I use an herb pouch.
I have just the thing.
I need to, speaking of which, I need to update my bags here soon. See, I'm already at almost, yeah, I'm over 13 gold right now. Ren will drop in 6 seconds. Let's go. Now I just need whatchamafut. Ani buff.
What are you? You haven't lived until you've looked down on the world from the back of a Wind Rider. You have to get this to the crossroads in the Barrens. Yes, I can get you there. My Wind Riders are trained to fly to many different places. As long as you have already been to that place and spoken with the Wind Rider Master there. You have been to the crossroads and spoken to their Wind Rider Master Devrak. So now you can fly directly to him from here. Once you're at the crossroads, you can deliver Grishka's letter to Zarg. Speak with me when you are ready to go.
Airlock scaled breastplate. Leatherworking. Subterranean cape. I have that. Talbar mantle. Yeah, I can't get that yet. Burnished bracers. Cave dweller bracers. It's still crescent staff. Heavy spite mace? No way. Really? Multiple vendors. Prospector mitts, yeah. Free strength for agility. It will drop.
I've been expecting you.
Yeah, and that hinders our bags.
Walk with the Earth Mother.
What the hell?
I can't attack that target.
That's got to be a bug, right? It's got to be a bug. The fuck? Okay. Fuck. Need to upgrade our bags.
Well met.
Excellent adventure. Thank you. Magatha told me that if you were successful in finding the clansmen, that you be given this. Please, take it in thanks. I'm glad to see you took Magatha's task seriously. Thank you, adventurer. I'm sure the Trogs will have a harder time coming to the surface with their numbers so greatly reduced. Perhaps in the future we can take time to figure out where such creatures came from and what they really want. I can train you in first aid techniques. Walk with the earth.
What brings you here? Winds be at your back.
Two-minute cooldown. Fucking A, of course. Oh wow. There they are. Hell yeah. On an item. Crazy. The barbaric axe, heavy spiked mace.
Hail. Maybe. Ah, I have just the thing for you. We shall meet again.
So this is about as good as go and get.
Looking for something special?
Does it tell me on here like what vendor? Oh, Forest Ridge. Let's fall. Really?
When mounted on the back of a Wind Rider, one sees that its reputation for strength and speed is well earned.
In the Barrens. Yo, I'm going there right now. Hopefully it's there. So we bought this weapon, haven't even had a chance to use it yet.
Looking for the best HVAC service in Brevard? Trust the experts. Love the outcome. Riverside Cooling.
Death is not an option. Sound sensor out.
Hello everyone, and welcome to my classic Season of Discovery Warrior Leveling Guide.
Into your natural auto attack cycle. The hamstring method. From level 8 onwards, when you get hamstring rank 1, you can start utilizing this method to mitigate damage against your enemies. So what is it? How does it work? So basically, mobs out in the open world, they have higher attack speed than you, and they have higher movement speed than you. So if you're just going to sit there and face tank a mob, you might trade one of your auto attacks with your big, slow, clunky two-hander for 1.5 or even 2+ of their auto attacks based on their attack speed. So if executed properly, the hamstring method will allow you to trade one hit for one hit with a target, drastically reducing your damage taken while not reducing your damage at all, since you're monitoring your natural auto attacks with the swing timer. So how does it work? You basically want to charge in, keep your battle shout applied. You're going to swing with your weapon, so your auto attack will now be on cooldown. Now, between, in the interim before your weapon resets and you're able to swing again, you're going to apply a hamstring and start side strafing out of the mob's hitbox, not exposing your back to the mob, because then you are vulnerable to the daze mechanic and you don't want to get dazed. So you will apply hamstring and strafe out of range of the mob's hitbox.
I guess she liked it. Nothing brings red to a lady's cheeks like a big juicy steak. Thank you, adventurer. You've done me a great service. Here is some money for your trouble.
You're going to position
and
yourself
don't be surprised if I invite you to my wedding.
Hit it with another auto attack, followed by an ability, like most, especially early on in the game, before you get Mortal Strike and stuff. That's going to be Rend, and then you will again strafe out of the mob's hitbox, and you will rinse and repeat, keeping uptime, 100% uptime on hamstring when it's going to be efficient to do so. You don't want to apply hamstring just as it's about to die, but it's essentially like that. I wish I could demonstrate it for you, but I hope that makes sense. Alright, so the next thing is you're going to want to have start attack macros. So what are start attack macros? Start attack macros are things that you set up so you don't miss out on damage. So oftentimes, like let's say you have no rage and you're trying to rend a target, and you don't have auto attack on your bars because you're not a weirdo. You're just going to be standing there like a monkey. You'd have to right click the mob manually. So having a start attack macro baked into all of your abilities will make it so that even if you don't have the rage to cast a heroic strike or a rend, you will still at least be auto attacking that target and you won't be missing damage. So in vanilla, they didn't have the / start attack command. You'd have to download something like super macros to make that work. So you have to use this little bit kind of a wonky script here. As you can see, here's an example on the right. Basically, you have to take your auto attack and put it on your like hidden second bar, and then put it on the to make this specific macro work. Then put your auto attack on the rightmost slot. That's going to correspond to use action 24 because that's the 24th slot. But you can use really any inventory slot ID that you would like. You can look up and find there's many pictures out there that will show you what number corresponds to which slot. But that's pretty much the gist of it.
I use QuickBooks because it's easy to use software, but I also have access to...
Alright, so general tips. Ideally, you want to fight mobs that are equal level or 1 to 2 levels below you. You want to generally, as a warrior, out-level the zones and the content that you're going through. You are pretty vulnerable as a warrior. You can't really fight multiple mobs at once that efficiently. So, being higher level than what you're killing will allow you to hit more often. It will give you a higher margin for error. If you pull an extra mob or something, you're not just going to die. That's what you should strive for. And if you are falling behind as a warrior, and this often happens just in vanilla in general, and you're going into an area where mobs are higher level than you, what you need to do is you need to go find an area that's going to give you good XP per hour, and you're just going to grind there for a couple levels and catch up. That will happen, and just know that will happen. You will have to do that. All right, so this is my disclaimer. I say this with like every class, but if you're at 100% health as a warrior, you're probably misplaying. You need to push your combat efficiency more. You got to chain pull faster. You got to take some more calculated risks. But if you're just sitting there at full resources, you're missing out on some value, and you're likely misplaying. All right, so the next thing is don't overkill your mobs with your abilities. Don't just execute something because you can execute something. There's a lot of value in pooling your rage. Don't just heroic strike something because you can heroic strike something. Just finish it off with auto attacks. You don't have to actually use your abilities on them. And being able to pool your rage is going to help you. The higher level you get, the more rage starved you get, in my experience. When you need like when you're just like mortal striking on cooldown, oftentimes you're not going to have the rage to mortal strike. So just make sure you're spending your rage efficiently and just pool it up whenever possible. You don't have to dump it with heroic strike every time. So keep your food and first aid up to date. You don't have a lot of heal or sustain as a warrior, so that's definitely a big part of the equation. Your downtime. So having good food and first aid will minimize that downtime and thus speed up your leveling process. Little tips and tricks you can do, stuff like blood rage bandaging. If you're not familiar with this, blood rage puts you in combat. It just takes a little bit of health away, and let's say you kill mob 1 in between, and you're low on health, but you want to kill mob 2, and you have some rage pulled up. You can blood rage and bandage. Your rage will not decay because you're technically in combat while blood rage is ticking. You can bandage yourself up, engage that second mob, and have all that rage you had before. Alright, so have a weapon progression plan in mind, and thankfully we have that baked into this guide towards the end. So, look into everything I have listed there and come up with your own little strategy there, but definitely have a weapon progression plan in mind. It is so important as a warrior. It is more important to have a relevant weapon with good stats than all of your primary stats like strength and agility and stuff like that. They don't really move the needle that much, but your weapon moves it more than anything. So if you see a mage,
if you found your way here,
ask for as many stacks of food as you can, tip him, get the intellect buff. The intellect will help you with your weapon skill. Oftentimes as you're leveling, your weapon skill won't be maxed, so anything will help. Keep a one-hander and a shield on you always for shield bash interrupts. Starting level 12, you get shield bash. Pummel you get way later. It's like 30 something. So it's important that you have a one-hander and a shield on you. You can interrupt heals. You can interrupt like fireballs and stuff like that. Really good to have. And then if you want to save as much gold as possible as a warrior. It's tough to farm up gold as a warrior. You have costly repair bills, yada yada yada. You're upgrading your weapon a lot. You know, it's not like you're a feral druid or something. So skip the majority of your protection skills when training. I barely ever do any tanking when I'm leveling a warrior. If you are going to tank, just take the bare minimum. You can also save money on training stuff like Thunderclap, Cleave, Overpower, Shield Bash. The further ranks don't really increase the damage very much at all. It's kind of negligible, and the effect increase is kind of negligible. Like for Thunderclap, I think it just increases the duration or something, so it's really not that good. Same with Overpower and stuff, so you can save money on these. Alright, life pre-level 10. Train first aid and skinning. Use whatever weapon has the highest DPS regardless of type. Don't be afraid to use a staff or a pole arm or a one-hander if it has higher DPS. Just use your brain. There's a lot of really good staffs out there that have amazing DPS out there in vanilla, so keep it in mind. Of course, you have to have the weapon proficiency to use it, though. Save every single copper. You will need every single copper. And here's the basic rotation. At level 10, you can start doing at level 8, you can start doing the hamstring method as we talked about. But you're gonna want to charge in generally. Sometimes charge is going to be a liability. There's going to be lots of mobs around. In that case, just face pull so you can train your ranged weapon attack. So yeah, you're going to charge in, keep your battle shout up. You know, hit him with the auto attack, hamstring, rend, etc., etc. If you're fighting multiple targets, you can tab target rend. So make sure you're keeping rend up on both targets. You can use Thunderclap if you're fighting 2+ mobs, but use it at your discretion, and only really if the mobs you're fighting have higher attack speed. And at that point, there's sort of a certain critical level where it becomes worth it to use it. Also at level 10, do your defensive stance quest.
It's a biological weapon, and they put this in some hands too. What do you want us to do about it? Playing day one with Game Pass.
But I need some more. Yeah, chicks make me bored cause I just came around to say hello.
I can't do that.
Hello, Moto.
Alright, so now we're going to talk about talents. So before we switch over to the other screen, I'll talk about just our general game plan when it comes to talents. We're going to start with Two-Handed Fury, all the way up to at minimum level 36 when we get Whirlwind. Some people at this point will want to respec and start cleaving down multiple mobs at the same time with Sweeping Strikes and Whirlwind. But some people like Gilnash, multi-server first warrior, recommend staying Fury, Two-Handed Fury all the way up to 40. Then at 40, we'll respec into Arms to have access to the Mortal Strike ability, and then you will proceed back down the Fury tree again. So now we're going to switch over to that other screen, and I will go through the talent build. Alright, so you're level 10, you want to invest your talent points. You're going to start in Fury, and you're going to go 5 out of 5 Cruelty, increasing your critical strike chance. It's phenomenal talent. And then, in the last version of the guide, I went 5 out of 5 Unbridled Wrath. When fully maxed out, it gives you a 40% chance to generate an additional rage point when you deal damage with a weapon. Now, upon further consideration and talking it out with people like Gilnash, I've kind of been sold on the idea of going Booming Voice here. Monkey News also advocates for this. You know, there's PvP applications like as Monkey stated where he says you can get rogues out of stealth because your demo shout's going to have a bigger increase of area, but you're mainly using this because you're going to get more consistent value out of this by not having to battle shout as much. It's also just going to be less annoying. So I do think, you know, when you have a big, slow, clunky two-handed weapon, having a 40% chance to generate one additional rage point is just not as good as this. I now believe. So the next thing we're going to do is get Piercing Howl at one point. This is a fantastic ability. It's going to save your life. When you pull too much, you're going to be able to escape with this. It's good in PvP. Really good ability. We're going to go 3 out of 3 Blood Craze. We're going to go 1 into Improve Battle Shout. We're going to go 5 into Enrage. We're going to go Death Wish at 30. 2 into Improve Execute. Back up to Improve Battle Shout, 2 points. We're going to go 5 into Flurry. At this point, we're level 39. When we get 40, we will respec into Arms. So, before we go over to Arms and respec, I'll just talk about some of these really quick. So this is your little crit synergy package here, Blood Craze and Enrage. Basically, once these come online, you're going to start doing a /sit macro. So you're going to charge in, sit. When you're sitting down, a mob will critically strike you 100% of the time, so you can control when you get crit. So you will have a 100% uptime, 25%, almost 100% uptime, 25% melee damage bonus. You will also regenerate a little bit of your health through Blood Craze and definitely make up for whatever that additional critical strike damage was. And then every time you crit, not every time you get crit, you will proc Flurry, and Flurry will increase your attack speed by 30% for your next 3 swings.
I gotta go to work.